we can throw out solutions tonight.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Pretty much solution night. And
I'm kind of with that crab in the basket thing. I feel like we should constantly pull each other down and try to step on each other.
Crab and barrel.
Yep. Basket, barrel, whatever you can fall down into.
Would Kaiser be on tonight?
No.
No, I didn't. I think I closed the gate today. I think I didn't leave the gate open today.
Make sure he don't dig a hole under.
That's funny. Now I don't mind.
If it happens one more time, Kelly, I'm gonna start thinking you set me up. The last time he walked me into a trap, nigga, I walked right into a KKK meeting, nigga. I just bailed in like thinking like, let me go check out the homeboy. They done got him hung up by a noose. They got me with a shotgun in my head. Talk about speak, boy. Kelly, how we invite you to this shit, nigga? I don't fuck around with this nigga put me in the line of fire with the white boys, nigga. Like. They've been training to shoot for all their life.
So yeah, I guess we could go ahead and get started. I didn't have a chance to get no questions ready. Like usually I have questions all together, but I went to the water park today with my kids and shit. So
that's what's up.
I just literally got back like just now, like starting this call.
What are the questions so far?
I haven't even really started on them. I just know, like, the main thing I wanted to talk about was just about some stuff about building, like, whatever type of solutions we could come, right. Like even from all the stuff that we've been talking about, like what's some of the solutions of getting from out, you know what I mean?
Also,
getting from out
solutions today or more questions? Because I did have a question from last week. I just didn't ask it. I got too stuck at the end.
I mean, no, you can still ask the question. I mean, that's fine. I mean, but we just focusing more on solutions today. But yeah, you can still ask your questions and whatnot.
Yeah, the question had to deal with how could we implement rites of passage for young black men in America? Because y'all need that instead of not going to the streets and playing hopscotch to be jumped in. I feel like it's damn near the same ritualistic shit anyways. You gotta be jumped in. It's sworn secrecy of this, that, and the third. But just more in a positive light where we're not killing each other. Brett, don't be looking at me like, don't squint your eyes like that.
Damn, she's just
gonna kill hold it for a minute. You have to make sure you saw it.
Yeah.
No? You have to say whoop? You have to pyro?
Kyle, you let your women speak out in public like that, boy? I told you to control your women's. Control your women's, boy. I got her walking around here expressing her freedom and shit. What would King Louis think? What would King Louis, nigga?
You probably want Pyru. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Hey, all that. Hey, when did you start banging? What year did you start banging?
What did you say?
When you start banging.
Oh, I don't bang.
Damn nigga with that gray hair.
Yeah, nigga. I'm an old ass man. You got me fucked up. Nigga, get all that shit. I'm dying.
Yeah, that wasn't there before. What the fuck? My nigga went to the painter for 4 months and came out, nigga, looking like.
Hey, my nigga, I came out 10 years after my 4-month sentence, nigga. Nigga, they put some gray hairs on it, nigga. I'm about to die any minute now, nigga. Any minute now, nigga.
Damn, my nigga got the fuck up.
Bitches just date me just to clown my hairline. She was like, I didn't want to see nothing. I just wanted to talk shit about your hairline, nigga. Aha. Okay, I'm done.
I'm sorry.
I didn't even get a chance to waste my money.
Oh.
I'm like, but I was just about to take off my.
All right, so my bad. What was your question again?
Oh, I forgot too.
Right.
I got the gist of it, but
I'll set that fire again with them statements she over there making. I'm like, I think women need to learn how to be women, and dudes need to learn how to be dudes.
That's true.
Kitchen.
That's definitely true.
Kitchen and the bedroom. That's it.
I feel like this. If you have the audacity to say what another sex is supposed to be doing, you better be so pleasing to your man to where this nigga better not be complaining for shit. If this nigga has a want or a desire, then your opinion does not matter. That's just my But I don't know the situation. I don't know what's going on.
I'm not attacking men. I'm trying to help a brother out.
Help them sisters out first. We got a little men unity up in here. We'll help each other, and we'll get your back after you get your own back. And then I got you.
All right. So we can't speak on the rites of passage. Not important.
I think women need to learn how to bleed on their own time.
I wish.
I believe that
it would be more convenient. It would be more convenient. I got stuff to do today sometimes. It's an inconvenience. Trust me.
When you want to just push a button and make the bleeding stop.
Yeah.
And then proceed throughout the day. And then when everybody else is gone,
stuff to do. That's very convenient. Maybe I wanted to go swimming. Maybe I like water parks too, you know?
Oh, wow. Kaya, where did you find this person? Hey, she's got jokes.
Facebook.
Hey, her name is no longer Keita. Her name is McGillicuddy. That's
McGillicuddy.
That's Keita McGillicuddy, nigga.
They used to call me that in high school.
Where's that from, McGillicuddy?
I don't even remember.
That's from shit.
It is.
McGillicuddy is the name of Lucille Ball's neighbor, Ethel McGillicuddy.
Oh, why you
Lucy McGillicuddy?
They participated in fuckery against men, and she would always be with Lucy to have her back with some fuck shit. And then, then Lucy ended up crying at the end, talking about, Ricky, I didn't know, my bad. And she's always giving Ricky a headache. So I see why she has to inherit this.
Damn.
I'm gonna say y'all start talking about Lucy, right? My mom walked in. She like, she like, no, nigga. Lucy was McGillicuddy. That's her maiden name, nigga. Not.
Oh,
not
damn, you got corrected.
That's her maiden name.
That's her maiden name.
I stand corrected. You know more about the white man than I do. Well, shit.
She know all about that, Lucy.
40 figure on white people, them white folks.
And was cussing all them white people out at the beach today.
That was good correction she made though, because that was the maiden name, McGillicuddy. And she came out the woodwork. You see how she did that? Like, no, don't be talking about my
walk in right at that time.
That was her. Yeah. She was like, I saw that show to debut. Don't be talking about my show.
That's what she said too. She was like, nigga, don't be talking about my Lucy.
In your little black place, nigga.
Dog name was Lucy. Okay, I know everything.
Nah, big ups to Lucy. She wasn't that like one of the first shows on TV with a so-called mixed couple with a non-white male.
Yeah, she was the first one with a Mexican, but she still didn't like black people.
And you know, to the side, that was like a lot of people don't know her before that show. Your mama could probably tell something else. But that was a talented white girl. That white girl could dance. Lucy could dance her ass off. Lucy was just a cold. She was like back in them Carol Burnett days. Back in them like, you know what I'm saying? I think.
How old are you?
I'm to Lucy now.
Carol Burnett, like I ain't heard that shit like since I was a kid. Like, how do you know these old fucking white folks?
No, because I used to like this back. Like that was all it was back then.
Oh, okay.
What's my favorite club before?
None of them know you.
Like Tracy Ullman. I like Tracy Ullman. Tracy Ullman comes from the school of motherfucking, what's that called? What was that? All those little white comedians. Carol Burnett, Lucille Ball, they was all a part of that. There's like a clique they come from.
White folks.
Saltine cracker jokes.
Okay. Thanks.
Saltine crackers.
So Keita
just to kill me with that rites of passage stuff, nigga. She's killing
I was about to say, so Keita, you feel we should have a rites of passage?
Yes, why not?
I had one.
I feel like your gang affiliation is still, in a way, a rites of passage.
I mean, your gang.
Well, just saying.
Hey, why is Keita predisposed to like? Let me ask you a question, Hallie. Are you a gang member?
Gang member.
Not anymore.
Hallie. Okay. I know you don't gangbang. There's nobody on this thing that's gangbanging. Could you tell me why that's a topic of discussion for you in particular, Keita? Could you explain to me?
I know what's the average anyway.
Probably because I grew up with brothers mainly. I do have brothers that were gang affiliated once upon a time. I don't know, but I just one day realized that men had rites of passage, and I don't know, gang affiliation and the little organization of it just Seems like it might be the closest alternative that developed over.
Well, we got bar mitzvahs. Hey, peep this. Let me tell you
The
something.
Jews do.
Standing there.
Yeah. Peep this. I think a rites of passage for any grown motherfucker, whether it's a man or female, is paying their damn bills. If you can accomplish that by yourself, then you made it. Okay, you're a kid. No matter how old you are, if you're not paying your own bills, then you're still a kid. So it's like, you know, it's some cats that fall in that category, and there's some other people that fall in that category. So that's about as close to rites of passage you're gonna get.
Okay, then how old do you feel like kids should start paying their bills? Because I don't feel like it should wait until they're like 20 or 18.
Go ahead and have some kids and kick them out the house at 16.
Okay. All right. I'll leave it alone. You seem so against it.
How you feel, Nip Joy?
What rites of passage? I've had it myself. Like I thought all black men went through it, but I guess it depends on what type of black you are. You know, I grew up hunting.
Rites of passage, you know, when you look at it the correct way, is basically like a father handing down his child tradition so he can pass into, you know, from young to adulthood. And I don't see the correlation with gangbanging with that. But I feel like everybody, I feel like it's fortunate for some people that get that type of, you know, ceremony, you know, but then like if you didn't get that ceremony directly, life can give you rites of passage. Your own life can give you rites of passage, because if you've made it to a certain age and your habits, when you go around somebody that gets you fucked up, that means you weren't trained correctly, no matter whether you was trained or not. But if you didn't have that training and you learn from life and you go to another environment and you can hold your own, whether it's in business, like what?
Like the hood. If you've been to a hood, you can go anywhere. Just like when I moved out here to the West Coast. If I never knew gang affiliation, I would have never made it on the West. I would never made it on the West Coast.
No, so to address what you're saying, it's like this. I think if you're a weak person and you go to the hood right now, it'll be exposed in so many ways. If you have, and that has nothing to do with you being physically strong or anything.
And you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
What do you like? You talking to somebody who has rites of passage under planet Earth? So it's like
no. I'm talking about when you growing up. You know, when you growing up and you consider like the square, but all your niggas hood is fuck. So you ain't really that square. You know what the fuck I'm talking about?
Yeah. See, like it's hard for like it's hard to read that for females with people like us, because I always shock the shit out of a female when she realizes, wait, like if you're a hood female, I'm square to you. If you're a square female, you think I'm hood.
They get to know you, and they know like, nah, that nigga hood is a motherfucker. Like
actually, I am a porch monkey against my will. I'm like a porch monkey that learned to count. So the thing about it is, it's like I accepted that. I'm like, dude, you're a porch monkey. You learned to count. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but you know, I have to fight against these porch monkey tendencies that I grew up with, because I grew up around, you know, porch monkeys. But you know, like I think that to the untrained eye, they won't know that I can't. You know, they'll
square
think,
like, oh, that guy's a square, or he counts, he keeps it. Like, nah. Then when you get around hood niggas, and they be like, oh shit, he's one of them. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah, because you know what? That's what I'm saying. Women, they don't know how to pass the eye test. Like niggas go by your get down. Women go by what you look like when it comes to like what they think. So it's like, you know, they'll see you in that environment. I'm like the smallest nigga in most environments. So I think it's really like when niggas look at when a female looks at me, like before they
know what it is too. You don't have the tattoos. None of us got them tattoos.
Yeah, I'm not really with that. But the thing about
I got a little bit. They still uncomfortable.
No, I mean, but you know what I'm talking about. It's those things that people look for, and it's those things like
It's kind of how you carry yourself, though. Like you can kind of see, how you can see how a nigga standing if he hood or not. If you know him, you know what I'm saying. If you know what the hood is, you can see.
I mean, it's a lot of things you can't tell though. But I'm gonna tell you something. Some people will fool you, and I'm even go as far as talk about some of these faggots, because I know some faggots that's like thugged out, but they're faggots. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know them personally. I know of them. I know of them through other people. Like, where they
pause.
No, for real.
Hey, Holly. Ask him what he was tripping on the other night.
Oh.
Ask him.
On everything he loved yesterday, I swear to God, he figured it out later. He figured it out later because I texted him on the show. I'm like, dude, I was about to get mad. I'm like,
talking about. Hey, look, I know what you was talking about, and I ain't gonna speak on it because I feel that'd be disrespectful, and that's one of my biggest fans on the show. You feel me? So
I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I just wanted to know what I was talking to because it was like I got confused. I got confused, and it wasn't about disrespecting nobody, but like I was confused, and I didn't know. And I've had some situations where. You know what I'm saying? You look up later and be like, well, I like to control the environment I'm around. Like, if this is something going on,
this ain't that type of secretive environment. Like, you know what I'm saying? That would be addressed. We had a show on that. And that was Fitz's guess, not mine.
Hey, peep this. Let me ask you. Oh, you stupid. Let me ask you a question. How come everybody knew what I was talking about and I didn't even say nothing?
No, hey, at the time I didn't know what you was talking about till later. I didn't know what you was talking about, honestly, until later when you asked me.
How did you know, Kyle?
Because I know you. I know you very well. I know you very well. Just say we think alike, kind of, sort of. I thought she was like Little Mama. I was like, that Little Mama? The rapper? Was she a rapper?
Like it's called dry. So while he's MIA, until he get back, I wanted to ask Keita, so what exact groups are you talking about when you talk about the rites of passage? What group are you saying that we're in that we should be leaving and what group should we be going to, and what type of ceremony? Well, I mean, by the Caucasoid Caucasian definition. Let me see. Let me pull it up. Let's see. Hold on. Rites of passage. By the Wikipedia.
About our culture. I'm talking about Africanism. I'm not talking about any cave people.
Like it's okay. A rite of passage is a ceremony of the passage which occurs when an individual leaves one group to enter another. It involves a significant change of status in society.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was from like childhood to manhood.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like. I mean, you know, they call us minorities anyway. It's not because we black. It's because they think we children.
I'm gonna be honest. I know this is a stretch, but I feel like they use music today to ward people away from that type of shit. Like they got kids too faggoty now. It's too acceptable to be extra faggoty. I mean, that's just my.
Oh, they poisoned the water hole. You ain't know?
Excuse me?
They poisoned the water hole. You didn't know?
I mean, that's like the obvious stuff. Like we've been knowing that for like over 20 years.
Fluoride.
Like,
it's that fluoride.
Yeah.
I mean, they fucking everybody from every angle. And the thing about it is when you got all these feminized men, ain't no rites of passage. The passage is fucking in the ass. That's the new passage. And like, can't, you know.
What's that doctor's name? He proved that they were putting stuff in the water to sweeten the men up. Yes, honey. I'll find him on my phone. The black doctor, about 20 years ago. Dude. Yeah.
They hired him for a job, and then when he brought the analysis, he brought his findings and the paperwork, and told them about the chemicals that they I think fired him, and then tried to make his works. They tried to just his work. They went hard trying to do. There's a video of it. Whoa.
Okay, I can't really hear y'all that good.
What's that?
There a question?
Yeah.
What? What?
Oh, it's not there anymore. It was some noise.
Was it paper? I might have been changing my pages. Was it that?
It was something different than that, but yeah.
It sounded like paper to me.
3 minutes.
But I mean, for me, rites of passage is the other. I don't know. I see the gang affiliation as I see all that. Like to me, it's the same thing, kind of, sorta. To me, when I was growing up, there was snapboxing. There was all types of things that people did, like to make sure that you were down, I guess, or whatever. And I guess that's probably a little bit different to some people, but to me, it's the same. Getting jumped in a gang, or somebody you move into a new neighborhood, nobody knows you, but some kids decide to fuck with you and see if you got the balls or whatever. I mean, to me, that's the
hazing.
Huh?
Are you talking about like hazing?
To me, hazing, all that's the same shit. Like, right itself is something totally different. But I'm saying how it's done. You know what I'm saying? It's to me, it's all the same shit.
I mean, personally, I don't like hazing in that reference to me. Like, to me, I look at rites of passage like this. My son is like 9, 10, 11, or 12, and I've been taking him hunting with me for a long time. And now I'm about to take him on his first kill. I want him to be the one to pull the trigger. He's going to be the one to hold the bow and arrow. He's going to be the one to do that. And not only are we going to kill it, you know what I'm saying? We're going to cut it up properly.
Cut it like a fish.
We're going to cut it up properly, possibly make something out of it. And then my son, throughout that process, it's like I see that all that jumping somebody. I don't appreciate that because there's no skill to be learned from that. Now, if you taught a nigga some martial arts tactics and we're all attacking and you got to apply these tactics and we allow you to do what you learned, and then you have a head up with one person in the tribe, that makes sense to me. But as far as just rushing a person and trying to blindside him and sock him, that's bitch shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like the bitchery that's behind what people think is cool and gangbanging and putting somebody on. Because everybody don't get put on like that. Like some people was just put on because they grew up in the hood. Then some people get jumped on, and really how they treat you with that depends on your credibility. Like if you had a big brother,
exactly. That's what
if you had a big brother, and everybody knew that person, he was reputable. Ain't nobody talk about jumping you on, like, cause that nigga gonna come fuck us up. So like that, then everybody looking at him funny because he didn't get jumped on, but you didn't have the credibility required, or nobody was speaking up for you like that. So now you feel like because you got beat the fuck up by your big homie, that he got to get beat the fuck up. Cause that's what breeds bitchery to me. That's what I'm saying. Cause like you only see the real hood niggas. They be actually the safe niggas trying to keep motherfuckers from getting hurt and shit like that. They'll kill a motherfucker if they lose it, but at the same time, they still be trying to hold shit together. But niggas,
remember we had that conversation. Remember we had the conversation like a couple of times about them real hood niggas was the ones that was like, whether they whatever dirt that they did or whatever they do at the end of the day, they was like, hey, young blood, get your books. Hey, this nigga gonna be smart. Them are the motherfuckers right there.
Yeah, like nobody ever encouraged me. Anybody who ever met me, they didn't even talk that type of shit. I had homeboy, my best friend to this day that lives in Vegas. He wasn't a gangbanger, but he grew up around all his friends. I mean, I have friends that's gang. I grew up around gang. I'm not no square like that.
Yeah, you forgot I went to the hood with you, nigga. Mike and all them nigga met Rat. Like you got hood friends, bro. Like real.
I mean, I'm actually. But the thing is, it's like I don't identify with that for some reason because people never pegged me like that. So I just got away with having verbiage like this until you see me in that element. Then the motherfucker be like, damn, like, yeah, I feel very comfortable there. That's where I come from. This white boy just was bred through school. This white boy, this what you consider like a certain type of talk that people like I guess when you talk a certain way, you're not being black, which is stupid. You know what I'm saying? I know. It's like disrespect to black men to say, oh, you talk smart for a black man. Oh, you sound educated. No. First of all, if I'm the original motherfucker and you learn from me, you talking out the side of your neck. Like look at yourself in the mirror and be like, damn, I'm almost like those black niggas. Like, don't come to me.
That bring up a question I been thinking about too. It's like, a lot of us are waking up or whatever, are whatever you want to call it, just realizing how smart we really was before or whatnot. And a lot of people is it's like they just don't want to hear that shit. Like, should we be more or less like you said, they call us like, say we talk white, or you know what I mean? We on some smart shit, so niggas is boring, or you know what I'm saying? Niggas is corny or whatever, Should we just be on some shit like, man, like, let's just fuck it and just, like, whatever, nigga, fuck y'all, go ahead, like, basically y'all own group, or should we keep on trying to help the ones that's ignorant?
That's actually a good question. I'm gonna tell you something. It's all about building. To me, you don't have to argue with a motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you, it's a saying. I don't know the exact saying, but it goes something like, while somebody stands there telling you what you can't do, stand right in their face and show them why you can. Like, don't argue with people. Go build something. Go do something that works. Go solve a fucking problem. If you're doing that, people stop arguing with you, because I don't care to be liked. I don't care, because I know that if I produce results for a motherfucker, you can hate me, but I can get some money in your pocket. You don't have to like me, and that's why I think my biased opinion is that all black men should be bare minimum mathematicians. You should be a mathematician. You should have some type of science, some type of like chemistry, biology, physics, and math should be your basics. If you don't possess those basics, I feel sorry for you trying to approach this world, because everything is science around you. And if you don't have a scientific method or a scientific approach that's based on data, and it don't matter who you are, whether you white, black, or whatever, white boys use data. These motherfuckers put shit in writing, they document shit, and they utilize that paperwork like a weapon. And if you put it in black and white,
they work together like a motherfucker till it be 10 of them in one room working on that paper. Nigga, try to do that with some niggas.
White people have incentives. White people have a whole monetary.
Now, if you got a group of niggas who got one goal, then they will work together hella hard. You know what I'm saying? Way more, way better.
We work together, but there's an incentive to white people working together. Does Black people don't have industries to where like they could pull together money, in the billions of millions, or just print it. And we as black people, or people of color, we haven't had hundreds of years of practicing against other people's. How do you say? We haven't had. We haven't had. But as a collective, white people as a collective have had practice over centuries of downing and putting down and killing and murdering other people. We haven't had that. They got it down to a science that the data he was talking about, they collected so much data and able to use it against us and have practice doing it and practice killing all of us and doing what they want to do with us with law or whatever. We've never done that to anybody as a group. We've never, as a group, racial group, have had practice. And that's one thing that is never said when you talk about white people. White people as a group, again, have practiced whatever the fuck they want to impose on other people without impunity. Is that how you say it? Without any punishment from any other group or other people. We have never done that.
Without a reprimand.
That's in no stuff like that makes the difference. So when people say, well, black people can't get together or they can't get together and do this and that, people forget those underlying things.
You know what? See, at the end of the day, we live in a capitalistic society. So it's about the dollar bill. So it's almost fuck your opinion and fuck who you are. And the thing about that is, it's like, what separates our community is that, we get to the point to where money's so important that we will sell out. Because if you realize your people don't have the resources to get you where you want, you start justifying to yourself the reason to be around the people that can get it for you. And that's how I see you play the divide and conquer game. You could take a bitch like Oprah Winfrey and be like, look, bitch, we know you got power. We know if you ran for office, you'll be in control. But here, let's give you another $1 billion to shut the fuck up and not really fuck with black people like that. Don't be putting nobody on the map. Don't be running for politics. They got to get in people's ears to make their system prevail, because they only let so many people in. Now, like, the solution to me is like, see how we have this small group? You could look at this as a think tank. Now, how smart and effective could this small think tank be to make a forward progression from this conversation to tangibly creating something that produces for us before we can even think about helping somebody else? Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I can hustle anything from the streets all the way to corporate America, but that skill set isn't prominent in the black community as far as my friends. My circle of friends are brilliant. I got a handful, and I can compliment my friends, because probably the reason why some of them can't work with me is because they in their own profession, they doing their own thing. And that's one reason. And my other cats, the ones who are technical and got shit, they don't have the money to sit on and the time to play games to be able to, to take the time to work on a project to move forward. So it's like right now, if we wanted to do something, we could come up with a great plan. But guess what? We got to run and go get these bills paid. We got to run back. You know what I'm saying? You might want to take your kid and make him the greatest martial artist ever. But whoa, peep this. I got to go to work real quick. Man, I got to go back over here. It's too. But people with power and money, like real money, not no pay my bill money, but I can invest in your whole neighborhood type money. They get time to sit back and plot. They get time to breathe, be one-on-one with their kids in their community, not black or white, but people that got this type of money, because it's not a black or white thing. It's either you have it or you don't. There are limitations for blacks, but a lot of those limitations wouldn't even exist if we made our own communities, not looking at a black community as like a hood, looking at a black community like Dubois, like a big ass black community where you have successful motherfuckers like, hey, Kyle, help me out. What was that shit back in the day? That Black Wall Street shit, what was that time period in history where blacks was doing their own entertainment and whites couldn't handle it? And so they did everything they could to destabilize that to make our entertainment a part of theirs. What time was that?
That was like the 1900s, or like the Ella Fitzgerald, the Cotton Club, and all that. They couldn't stand that, so they went in and they like in Harlem, they pretty much ran heroin through Harlem, killing, they couldn't stand. It was too many sides going on. It was the gangsters. They made a movie about it. Hoodlum. They made a couple of movies about Harlem Nights, Hoodlum. Is that what you're talking about? It's like the 1920s.
It was around that time. I don't want to say the wrong word. I just know it might have been like not Black Wall Street.
I can't remember the name of the era, but I know what you're saying.
It was before Motown. It was way before Motown. But anyway, like what I see is that blacks secretly want acceptance from whites. Hear me out. This is precise.
It ain't a secret that black people want acceptance from white people.
Right. Not even a secret. Just that they want that so abundant to the point to where they forget that all you gotta do is do your own shit. They jocking you. Blacks forget that whites are jocking them. It's like the whole male and female relationship. Like you forget that the man is the prize. He's the one with the dick and the money. You're just a hoe. And I'm not trying to disrespect nobody. I'm just giving an example, alternative view. So it's like if you think that white man is the prize, you chasing after their approval, and they chasing after your culture. They take your culture and resell it to you, and you buy it.
All right, let me just break something down for you, because I get what you're saying as far as a general concept, but it ain't even that we looking for approval. We're in a system that's controlled by, white, racism. It's called when you control money, you control the people. So if we ain't printing money and running our own society, it ain't
right.
Oh, now I want to be white. No, we're in a system where it favors white people, and the system is who's on your dollar bills. There's no black faces on the money in your body.
But Fit, I'm talking about to the point to where you got people that are already successful, like bleaching their skin or chiseling their nose or getting liposuction because they want more acceptance, like not because of a health, not somebody saying, oh, my teeth are messed up, let me go get my teeth fixed. You got somebody looking to talk about, oh, I want them to accept me, so I'm gonna be lighter, I'm gonna bleach my skin, I'm gonna straighten my hair.
You gotta think too with that whole skin complexion thing, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, that's like, I wouldn't say that's like you want to be white. That's just like white people get tan, so that end of the day, himself. You know what I'm saying? You can't just put that as a whole race of people, because every nigga ain't running around bleaching their skin, bro.
That wasn't my point. I wasn't saying that everybody was doing that. That's a condition. That's one of the conditions that I'm speaking of. That's a part of the many. It's not about whether everybody does that or not. I'm saying that because that condition exists, it shows you the mentality that's being created in this society. That's an example.
You can go on internet right now, and there's black people that's injected melanin in their skin to be black. I mean, into their body to be black. So it's just those are phases. Like people and don't get me wrong, I would never do no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But just, I wouldn't use that as a pinpoint to say black.
Nah, that was an example of how far a person. That's an extreme example. That's not the whole thing. That's
the one extreme example I will point out will be this nigga Charles Barkley, man. Charles Barkley.
He's terrible. An
extreme example.
That's terrible.
Hey, that's fucked up. You know what's fucked up about that example? I used to like Charles Barkley. That was my favorite basketball player, I'm ashamed to say.
Okay. But you get what I'm saying. But do you understand what I'm saying, though?
I know what you're about to say because it's fucked up. You brought him up because I actually used to like.
No bleaching skin.
Have you seen his wife?
Successful. He's successful. He got money.
Have you seen his wife?
That's out of bounds towards black people.
His
like,
wife,
what made
like,
you bring that up? What made you bring that up, my nigga?
He said stuff because the way you were breaking it down, I wanted to give a better example because you know your own choice of your body is you. That ain't nothing to do with trying to be white. That's your perception.
Well, I mean, he didn't hear the original question though. The original question was, you know, a lot of people are. I mean, some of us are different. Some of us are on some wise shit, some get money shit, some learn knowledge shit, you know, and some of us on some fucky gangbang, or I just want to sit home, smoke and drink and not pay attention. So should the people of us that's out here trying to wake up, should we be trying to wake up other people, or should we just be like, fuck it and let them be?
Nah, like pretty much, bro. If you don't want to wake up, you don't.
I mean, I'm not saying like forcing nothing on it. I'm just saying like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how it is. Like I mean yourself. Should we feel like we want to help people? I'm not saying like pushing.
I'm saying right now, you and your platform is doing that by itself. People that might stumble onto this and watch these conversations, that's something that's a given. Like it may spark somebody's head. Like, yo, let me see what these cats is talking about and look further into it. But it's on the individual. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that uses, like, for instance, methamphetamines or something. Of course, they family members want them off that shit. Of course, they're gonna be like, "Hey, there's treatment They're treatment. They feel like it. So it's knowledge. Like people ain't gonna want to get the knowledge until they feel like it, or they see something that sparks their attention and be like, "Yeah, let me go for it." You know what I'm saying? Like if you never learn how to swim and all of a sudden you just fall in the ocean, you gonna drown. But say you never learn how to swim, but you like, man, I want to prevent from drowning. You gonna try to seek learning how to swim. That's what knowledge is about. See, if you don't seek it, nobody's gonna. You gotta pay to go to college, bruh. This is free game. So you know what I'm saying. If they don't want it, they don't get it.
True.
So what you saying? You saying fuck them fit?
Hey, I feel like this. Some people
saying you're and you know when you're in game to somebody or even knowledge is power, and you're not charging motherfuckers like colleges do, and look for fee, and they don't want it. Yeah, fuck them. They're stupid. You know what I'm saying? If you telling somebody, hey, cross this road, go over here, do whoop de whoop, you gonna get over here, and they like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna just sit here. What are you supposed to just waste your energy trying to tell them and keep telling them that? They ain't gonna move.
Like I said, I told you the other day, like shit, what if I told you come get $1 million right now? Yeah. I know you be on your way, but most people they be like, oh well, you know, I gotta either drive or I gotta catch the plane or I gotta find a way to get there, and you know what I'm saying? You know, just coming up with. No, you got to come get it, is what I'm saying. It's a stack right here, but you got to come get it.
B already know how I get down. B, the money there, I'm on my way. Nigga, Fit, I ain't even... Am I on my way, B?
Fit gonna kick your door in and hold your mama hostage and be like, where's the money, nigga? You gonna be like, it's all mine. You be like, let my grandma go, Fit, let her go.
The same thing with knowledge. That's the same thing with knowledge, man.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's why I brought it up.
Because I can't hear you. Anybody that's around you should bring something. I feel like this.
It was breaking up. I couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. I feel
you breaking up again.
Anybody that you converse. How about now?
That's better.
Anybody that you bring to the table that you conversate with, you should have something that you admire in them that you want to bring into your habits. If somebody that you talking to and you deal with, and there's nothing that you like about them that you want to adopt in their habits, that's stupid. Why would you have them around? So
you cut out again.
Yeah, can't hear you.
Sound like you're talking underwater.
Don't have something that you admire. How about
A
now?
lot of the stuff you just said we didn't hear. You cut out.
You keep cutting in and out.
No, I was saying that any individual that you deal with, you know, on a day-to-day basis, you should have something about them that you admire and that you want to be like.
That's real. You cut out again. Oh my gosh, your little cricket service is horrible.
I don't got crooked.
I know, I'm just playing. I'm just talking shit.
Boost Mobile Cricket, it's all the same.
Nah, I know what it is when you kick in real
Right
knowledge.
now.
You know, the hate.
They was like, the what? The what? All right, well, we're going to
right.
come back.
This show cut him out
Like
again.
Ken's brother has been dead for days.
All right. Kaja, how you feel
what's
about it?
his name up there? What's his name? The one with him and his girl, him and his lady.
Neb Jari?
Say it again.
Neb Jari?
Oh,
Can I call you Neb, or do I have to call you Neb Jari?
That's his name.
I can call you Neb short or no?
How you doing?
Fine. Did you hear about what happened at that Walmart out here in Arizona? The guy that killed his I think she may have been pregnant by him or not or whatever, but he killed his girlfriend at the in a parking lot at Walmart. He beat her with her.
No, unless to be honest with you, like since I'm not from here, local news sucks to me. Like I hate local news. Like I don't pay attention to it. But fill me in on it.
I don't know. I just heard about it. I guess my neighbor, the girl that died, it was my neighbor or one of my neighbor's coworkers or something like that. But I guess they were getting into it. She locked him out the car. He locked her out the car. Something. It was like, oh, get your stuff. Something. And when she got in the car, out the car, he started beating her with I don't know if it was it was some type of tool. He beat her with. And he killed her in the parking lot.
Oh,
Was they black or white?
You know damn well it wasn't black.
I don't know. This is Arizona.
We have to
Different
clarify.
in Arizona. I didn't know there were black people in Arizona, even though they look like black people. But
Yeah, most of the black people, right.
Wait, I'm saying, did she say they were white or black? They were white?
They were white, of course. In the middle of the Walmart.
there was mayonnaise American.
You said what?
They were mayonnaise American. They were mayo Americans.
Pretty much.
Okay.
But yeah, that had happened today.
It
I
happened.
don't watch the news and shit, but my coworker, my
The
neighbor
news.
was talking about it. Huh?
I said the news is depressing. You watch so much of that shit'll have a nigga sick.
I haven't even watched
y'all don't really know right
now. It's just a distraction from major. They just try to distract you from major shit that's going on. That's all. I don't watch it.
This is the news right here. This is the
y'all
news. You're on the News Network if you don't know it.
Have y'all heard about those little kids in Thailand that stuck under that mountain?
Nah,
Stuck under a mountain?
In a cave.
Oh my God. Listen to me.
soccer team.
Some of them were rescued today.
They got them?
Some of them.
Hi, Keita. I remember her name.
Hi.
Holly, you couldn't even remember Keita.
I remember it this time.
That's good. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Sorry.
Really, if you watch
that's why I got my camera off. I'm recuperating right now.
If you watch the show though, too, I was actually doing something else when she was introducing herself. So that's what happened there. So yeah, it wasn't my fault.
Hey, I'm actually glad to hear that because that was some depressing piece of news right there, man. They showed them little kids in that goddamn cave. It's like they all like 10, 11, and 12. These little kids is starving. And they like miles deep under the ground. It's like
that was in Thailand?
Yes, that shit was like, that was too much for me. I was like, I'm not watching the news. Every time I watch the news, they show me some shit like that. Fuck my shit up.
It was the lady that
Not
had
my
all the
kid.
kids.
Fuck 'em.
I don't know if you heard about it. It happened in Paris, California. The lady had, I think, 10 kids or 12 kids or whatever, and she had them locked in some room. She had been feeding them. She had them chained up and shit. And
Black kids.
Nope, white. You know, the normal people.
Normal people.
Well, the Bible says to take the babies by their feet, slam the babies up against the wall by their heads.
Mhm.
Say it again. Say it again.
You supposed to say that. Say that.
Hey, but also real shit. I like what was said earlier. Like, the people that are online or the people that we're talking to each other right now. The brain power, the think tank. I like that.
Shoot, I'm glad I chimed in. Now, y'all, I love learning new stuff and spreading what, like, learning new stuff and then teaching it to other people, or that type of stuff. You know how they say, if you're always the smartest person in the room, then you're in the wrong room.
To be honest, the best thing to do, especially with a group like this, is like number one, it's like a zero investment money wise, but you could look at it like, what could we do to produce $1 million from some shit like this? How do you monetize this right here?
Try to roll it, crumble and dust.
Not just this right here. What are you doing in your personal life that you monetize that you could share with somebody else that we could,
Exactly. Yep, y'all could, we do commercials. Y'all could get whatever, whatever you want to sell. Like, Keisha, you say you do hair and shit. You can promote promote pictures.
Yeah, I know. I just don't really have a passion. I don't have a passion for doing hair like I used to. I do it, but it's just like I don't.
All right, now let's talk about this too. Why black people don't ever have passion to do shit?
I do, but just it's not hair. It's just like not my. I'm like I do it. I still make my money from it or whatever. I don't know.
They always saying, like, I always hear black people like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but then when it come to it, or when you tell them what it takes, they, oh, you know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and clock in work.
Want me to tell you why? Let me tell you why, Khalid?
Yeah, please do.
And everybody on the channel, if you agree with me, you have the same issue. It's called procrastination.
True.
That's what I said about earlier, Keisha. If I told you right now,
that's part of it.
If I told you I'll give you the money right now to start everything you want to do, and I had it right here, I showed it to you on the camera, would you come get it?
Yep, I make a way, broken all shit. I make.
But I'm saying that she's not gonna procrastinate and use it accordingly.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna invest it into something. It seems like all the people that always come across large lump sums of money, they do the wrong shit with it. I know it's but I don't know. I would invest it into something.
But I'm gonna tell you, everybody procrastinates, man. That's a big habit that is hard to break, man. And
you're
right.
I'm not even gonna say I don't.
And here it's solution night. So what's the solution?
It's practicing not procrastination for little things around. Start with little things that you normally procrastinate with, like taking out the trash, or you know what I'm saying, or just little things to try to work on that. Then graduate to not.
Yeah, I could say I'm a last minute type of person, which is not good. I wait to the last minute to be ready.
First serve person.
So what's something you could do to change that, Keisha?
Just be more prepared and just, I don't know. I do change it. I do want to change it. It's not like I just haven't, I haven't pushed myself.
Hey, before a person can take action, they gotta have a plan of action. Like before you could actually, do something, people don't be having a plan.
But
it's like,
and then another thing, one
or
more
a
thing.
goal. Yep,
one
a final
thing.
goal.
Another thing is like mine. Well, okay, like for me, everybody like that, like homegirls and whatever. Even some of my friends and stuff. Like if we're going somewhere, like I'm always the last one ready, or they always end up waiting on me, or whatever. But it's like the times when I'm the first one fucking ready, then I still end up fucking waiting. It's like, damn, when I'm on time, I gotta wait. And then y'all want to complain, and y'all wonder why I've been fucking taking forever, or I'll be waiting, to the last one. Like,
well, women always procrastinate to get dressed. That's like a known fact.
Yeah, but to me, in that example right there, that's about discipline. You shouldn't, if you get late, if you're late all the time, and then you get early that one time, and then they're late, you're supposed to just be happy that you're on time, like for your own personal discipline.
Yeah, you're right. You're
absolutely
right.
And also,
somebody else.
also you being late all that time, you putting that out there, you know, into the universe, and what you putting out comes back to you, you know, just like they say karma and whatnot. It's not like it has to be something bad, but that's just what you're putting out. So even when you early, in your mindset, you thinking about being late, and that's the reason why you early. And then you still
are we kind of taught to procrastinate though? Are we kind of taught that living in this country, like, or just the culture in this country, like you waiting on some God to do something for you? You're taught to wait on some white Jesus to do something for you. You're taught that the government is going to do something for you. It's kind of like you grow into being
like a cycle, like it's a
It's kind of like it's pretty much you're groomed. It's pretty much you're groomed into it. It's like you're waiting. You're always waiting for permission from somebody or something so you can go do that next thing. And we travel the less. How does it say? We travel the less path of resistance,
travel the path of least resistance.
Right. And it seems like that's what it is. It's like when you grow up in a society like this, combined with also instant gratification. We can just walk to the store and grab what we want. We don't have to make it. We don't have to grow it, or, you know. So it's like once when you live in a society like that, it kind of makes it easier for you to procrastinate or be lazy because you know it could be put off till later. You know it's going to come. You know you could. Sure. That's the way we all are raised here. Even some of us at our best with the best disciplines that we have, we still live by that convenience.
Exactly, until you're like 60 years old and you be like, damn, I should have moved on that a long time ago.
Right.
Man. Now, boy, if I could start over again, if I could go back 10 years from now, like, nigga, you here today.
And what about when we're kids? Like the concepts of two parents for me. One parent, oh, let them be a kid, let them play. My other parent is like, fuck that. They need to learn this shit now. When they get older, I don't want to hear that shit. You know. Yeah. So it depends on, you know, how you grew up, your upbringing, your parents, like the mindset. That's what I would try to, you know, change your mind. We could do a lot by just changing our mind.
I think it has a lot to do with diets too, what we ate as coming up, because there's certain things that you ingest,
right?
Like food wise, that just messed up your whole mental because all the little stuff they put in, you don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything you put in your body is something that's gonna, you know, pretty much affect you all the way.
Yeah, we just made a show about that too, about nanoparticles. So y'all check that out with Smooth Love True. Love True. Yeah, she got some deep knowledge. But yeah, we were talking about that into the nanotechnology and the fluoride cavities. You know,
fluoride is bad. I talk about that all the time. That fluoride stare that people have.
The mercury, they got nanotechnology in the inside those the white caps.
Oh yeah, that's dangerous.
Yeah. You said inside of what? I didn't hear you. It cut out.
The what are they? Not porcelain.
They're caps for your teeth, like when you get instead of getting the chrome ones, you got white.
You know the white caps. I forget what they called. They dang, I just was talking about it on another show. Huh?
Talking about dentures?
No.
Nah, he's instead of getting a regular filling,
we get those fillings.
Yeah, there's the white filling. Let me see. I'll tell you right now. They call
veneers. One that has the mercury in it. I think it's the fillings. The fillings have mercury.
Yeah.
Well, the silver ones have mercury.
Veneers are like
the other ones. You said what? I'm talking about the white ones. But oh well, whatever. I'll find it later. I'll bring it back up. But yeah, they got like nanotechnology inside of it though. Yeah.
I forgot it. Happy 4th of July. Not. It's a big problem. Basically, anything that can pass through the blood-brain barrier goes right into the body.
They have people that's controlling them through a controller, like a video game. Like, it's all futuristic. Like, the video games is like the whole room.
This kind of technology runs on frequencies, drones, and the drones would be able to fly. They don't need a battery. They don't need gas. They don't need anything like that. They just need to be configured in such a way that it can pick up the frequencies. Cavities, that's a lie. To fill cavities with mercury, they're silver amalgams and ceramic fillings. Now, the ceramic fillings actually have nano components in them.